Hey YouTube, today we have another battle against another guy. Okay, let me reset that. Okay, really slow. Let's go to the team preview. Yeah, so I got my team. I just built it like a little bit ago. It's Dark One Laser. This is the first time I'm recording that I got it on this side. Yeah, so I got Gyarados, Landorus, Therian. I changed it a little bit because I wanted dual Intimidators. And I have Charcoal the Charizard, Pink Baby, Blue Zephos, Aqua, Landlord, I think? Yeah, that's what I named it, Landlord. You don't see it in this battle. And then this guy is Herpderp Magnet, because it traps Steel types. Now, I just go into my Charcoal, and what he does is that he goes into his Gengar, and I know that from experience that most lead Gengars, most of the time they use Hypnosis first turn. So I go for the substitute. So like if he misses, because I know he's faster than me, that be protect um I can be protected from the next one. So he just keeps on going for hypnosis. I think he might be new, or he might be choiced in some way, but choice hypnosis isn't very fun. Yeah, I destroyed him. Yeah, I got that 4 times attack, fire punch, stab. Um, and then I have blaze activated, which means times 1.5. Yeah, you can run that through a calc. I pretty much destroy his whole team, except this one Dragonite. It just lives with so little health. Well, I'm getting ahead of myself. Watch the battle. Yeah, this Celebi, easily taken care of. You know. And his Tentacruel, taken care of by the Earthquake. He goes for the extreme speed. I get him with a Fire Punch. I think I did like... I'm not sure if that was min or max, because I know Dragonites with multi-scale, they can live almost anything, but 1%, that must have been like, if I had gotten a little bit more, I would have KO'd that guy, and this Gyarados could have gone for the 6-0 sweep. But whatever, so I go into my Latios knowing I could kill it with the Psyshock. I was pretty sure at that time that Ninetales had a lower defense than specialty defense, but wait, I'm gonna pause the video and actually check. And yes, it was true, but I think this might have been physically defensive, or my Latios just needs a bit more training or minimum damage. Yeah, because I only did 60%, I'm pretty sure it was physically defensive, or something like that. But yeah, I win. Charcoal the Charizard for the win. Yeah, this is another battle. This guy, yeah. So like, subscribe, favorite, comment if you have any suggestions to the way I battle. And yeah, what this Charizard said, it's kind of one that I saw another guy on YouTube use. It's pretty popular, but not anymore now that it's in NU. And there's in 3rd gen, I remember it was pretty popular. Excuse me, it was pretty popular. It had, because there was no such thing as Stealth Rock. That's why I used it as my lead, because most people, they just use Stealth Rock and Spikes, and it's pretty much setup fodder. And like, yeah, most leads, I'm not sure if they're most, but the most used leads for setting up spikes and toxic spikes, not really toxic spikes for one of them, and Stealth Rock are Ferrothorn and Forretress. And then they're both scared out because of my stab, Fire Punch, which could one-hit KO them, I'm pretty sure. So when they switch out, they'll probably switch out if they're a Ferrothorn, because no Sturdy for them. But if they're a Forretress, they probably have Gustat Berry. That's pretty useful nowadays. I don't play that much, so... Well, I play a lot, but I don't really see it that much. But moving on. So yeah, they could be scared of a fire type move, and then they will probably switch out. So what I do there is substitute for this, and as you can see, it kind of helps against status too, because like if someone led with their Ninetales, I would be immune to Will-O-Wisp, and I would be able to outspeed most likely, and then go for a substitute to block the toxic or whatever, or the hypnosis. And yeah, so I go for the substitute, and then I go for the belly drum, which knocks me down to 26%. For some reason, I thought it would knock me down to 25% so I could use my Salic Berry and boost my speed, but that's not what works. So, yep, and then I go for let me think. Yeah, then I go for Fire Punch or Earthquake to get some pretty good damage on almost everything except that Dragonite over there. And then, yeah, so if something breaks my substitute for some reason and they're slower than me and no extreme speed, I go for another substitute and I go down to 1%, which then activates my Salic Berry, or however you pronounce it, Salic Berry, whatever. And then, well, I get a 1.5 speed boost, so I can outspeed more things. And yeah, so I can Fire Punch more things without being outsped. And yeah, I have a pretty good team after that as a second thing. And if they don't use Stealth Rocks or they have no Stealth Rocker, I can, if they're in like, I don't know, their physical sweeper locked into Outrage, I can go into Landorus Therian. I think I should add more defense to that though. And then my Gyarados, and then my Landorus Therian again to knock him down. And then by that time he'll probably switch, so I get a free switch into my Charizard, because -3 in your attack, you can't really do anything unless you're mixed. And I'm kind of careful not to do that if they're mixed. And then Aqua here, and then that gives me a free switch, because they'll probably switch after that into my Charcoal, the Charizard. And then Aqua here, he's a revenge killer. He can clean up pretty good because most teams only have one steel type and they're destroyed by my Charizard. And yep, Psyshock. I used Shadow Ball and Hidden Power Ghost instead of like better coverage moves for super effective, because I wanted to have neutral coverage on everything for sure, because I don't want to get walled by a Pokemon who's immune to all my moves or isn't really affected by them. So yeah, Revenge Killer Choice Scarfed Latios Aqua. Now this is my Blue Zephos. This is what comes into steel types, I guess. And Hidden Power fires them. It's also my Volt Switch thing. And I have 3 Pokemon with Volt Switch and U-Turn. My Celebi and my Landorus Therian have U-Turn. And my Magnezone has Volt Switch. Yeah, it's a pretty good team. I've used it in a few battles. I'm mostly in the lower rank for Pokemon Showdown. I'm like 1300, but it's still pretty good. It landed me a few easy battles. And yeah, that was like a really short battle. It was like 11 turns. Yep. Okay, thanks for watching. And like, subscribe, favorite, you know the drill.